Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more EarthBound. Last time, we took down Carpenter, the head of the twisted religion that was happyism, and obtained ourselves another backpack, and her name is Paula. I swear, as soon as she immediately joins, the extra inventory space is almost more welcome than having another party member that can, you know, revive you from the dead or something like that by using the Cup of Life noodles. I'm very happy that she is with us for a multitude of reasons. This time, we heard about a cave on the east end of town that was a strange place that could not be turned blue. Before heading out, I'd like to show just how much the town has changed. Greetings, Ness. Please forgive my lecture earlier. You are now welcome to stay free of charge. Would you like to stay? Excellent. Please make yourself comfortable on your blue sheets. No, I'm just kidding. Ha ha ha. You're such a funny man. Oh, I just want to pinch your cheek and make bad jokes with you far into the night. I think that's what every dad who has had his kids leave home dreams of doing. It's kind of sad, actually. And to think that I might be like that one day. You have some splainin' to do. You really think I was a bad boy? You really think I was a bad boy? You really think I was a bad boy? So maybe he was under control by Mr. Carpenter's influence. Everyone did kind of wake up and immediately change, so I could believe it. We might have been listening to evil messages rather than good. It's like the system's trying to manipulate us, man. Oh, hi-ho! Well, that certainly was a spirit lifter. Certainly. Next up, I think... Oh, wait. No. This man. My wife has run away over a second time. I'm such a lucky man. I talked to him before, back when she first came back, and that guy is awesome. It was hard on the eyes to have everything blue. I don't know. As a kid, I liked this place when it was blue. I mentioned that I liked the music and found it soothing. I can hear the creepy undertones in it now, but I liked the idea of an all-blue town, and I like just kind of looking at it. It's good that it's free now, but it's nice looking in the same vein that Noki Bay looks better when it's polluted. We're gonna go shopping. We finally have somebody who can equip the fry pan. I'm gonna buy this, and... Actually, no, hang on. This is going to sound incredibly idiotic, but I'm gonna buy this item and give it to Ness. Yes, I know. Don't give me lip service. I know this game better than you do, Mr. Shopkeep, because there's a very good reason for it. I am also going to show that she can equip the Holmes hat, but she gets more benefit out of the ribbon. She was not able to equip the Mr. Baseball cap and get more benefit out of it than the ribbon. Paula's defense changed from 2 to 22. Nice, because 2 is pretty squishy. And we're also going to give her a copper bracelet. 32 defense is a lot better than 2. Not only that, I think we ought to call our mom and let her know what we've been up to. Hello, Ness? So, I heard you got a new girlfriend in your journey. Mom, she's standing right here. Well, why don't you tell me about her later? You see, I have this feeling that she is right next to you or something. So you say it after you already knew that she was standing next to... Well, if she is right there, say hello to her for me. I have to go now. I'm right in the middle of cleaning the toilet. Bye. I thought she was going to say in the middle of giving Sarah a bath, and that took a complete left turn. Made me laugh just because I had the power of expectation behind what I was thinking she was going to say. Do not be afraid to buy healing items. Paula is very, very weak. You're probably gonna have a rough time up ahead, and you can only make the journey easier on yourself and on your PP by buying healing items. As such, I'm gonna withdraw a few $100. Croissants are pretty nice. They restore about 60 HP. Gonna be a full heal for Paula for a long time. Easy on the budget, no less. And because I'm keeping up my promise and giving it another attempt, I'm buying a lucky sandwich. Even if Ness is the tanky healer of the group, you never know what might happen. I would recommend giving at least one good healing item to either of them so that they can use the item on their turn. Pretty soon, Paula's speed is going to outpace Ness's, and she's going to be going first in most battles. Ness is actually a very slow character, And as a result of that, you might want to heal later in a turn depending on what you think the turn order is going to be, and you might not have the PP to do so, so I think that's good. On top of that, the bomb is an attacking item, and Paula's not so good at using her regular attack. We'll give her the bomb so that she has another offensive option just in case she runs out of PP. Keeping the cup of life noodles on Ness because he's definitely the more likely to stay alive in a bad situation. Our extra travel charm can go right on Paula, and she can have paralysis resistance. Not that it's that big a deal for her, but you never know, you know? Going to call up Daddy-O, and he'll tell us the experience points needed for the next level for both of us now. Dad, you're still proven to be more useful to my cause than Mom ever could be. Even if she is an awesome mom right deep down, and we all kind of know it. I think as that's it, we better deposit our items because, yeah, I know that I keep saying that the difficulty is almost over and hey, things are going to ease up a lot from here on out, but up ahead, Paula's pretty squishy, and I chose to not grind. We might be in for a rough time. I'm a changed person. I'm no longer a believer in happyism. Anyway, I'm very curious about that place that lies ahead of here. Some things never change. Is that really such a bad thing? Welcome to whatever this cave is called, and we find a little tiny furry-footed burrower. No, it is the mole playing rough. New enemy. This is... yeah, he can be a little bit, well, rough, what it says on the tin. Hopefully we'll be fine. He's going to attack first and attack the teddy bear. I attack, Paula uses freeze. Generally, any kind of earthy enemy I find is weak to freeze. Enemies do have different elemental weaknesses, so we are getting to the point where things can resist our attacks. In just one level, Paula's grown to level 3 and is probably going to grow to level 4, quite frankly. She gains offense and speed and guts and IQ and max HP up and max PP up by 5. PSI Fire Alpha and grow to level 4. See what I mean by her gaining lots of speed? The luck went up by 3. HP went up by 2. Max PP went up by 5. She got level 5 as well. Got an awesome net gain out of using freeze one time and spending 4 PP to do it. If only all battles could go that smoothly. We'll find another mole playing rough. He has a few capabilities, and maybe we'll get a chance to see them. Now, there is a good reason why I had Ness take the frying pan. I'm gonna use that for Ness's turn on the mole playing rough. If you ever want to change equipment mid-battle because you have multiple weapons in your inventory, you are free to do this, and there's actually times where this comes in handy to know. However, if you choose to use an item that cannot be equipped by that character, Ness could not equip the fry pan. Since there was an alternative, he fought with his Revious weapon. Willing to bet that's a line that no tester ever saw, and again, makes you feel kind of special whenever you stumble upon little things like that. I'm letting you in on the trade secrets of EarthBound. Well, we'll gain another level. Offense up by 2, speed up by 1, vitality up by 1. Thank you for that, was wanting that. And we realize the power of Shield Alpha, so she is able to use, or PSI Shield Alpha, she's able to use a weaker version of the shield that Buzz had. This only works on one party member. Buzz's Shield Sigma worked on everybody. May not be quite as strong, but definitely a welcome addition to the party. And still not an opportune moment to use fire. We're gonna do freeze once more. Mole playing rough's other ability is that he can size up the situation, making himself feel strange. It is better than a turn waste because it is a turn waste that is actively bad for him beyond just not doing damage. Paula's level is now 7. And I didn't forget, I just didn't remember right away. We'll give the fry pan to... Stop this being a thing! Jeez! It's like as soon as I celebrate not having tiny inventory space all over again, it fills up before you know it, and it's like I celebrated too soon. Give that to Paula. We are having a cookie party the next time that one of us needs a little bit of health. I'll equip that for a full set, raising her offense to 19. Paula's offense as well, you might expect it to be bad, and it's certainly no Ness. Ness is definitely the physical attacker of the group. But Paula's offense ain't bad, considering that she is, what, 15 levels below Ness right now? I think, actually 14. And her offense is more than a third of what Ness's is? That's not bad. She is actually a respectable attacker in her own right, and it just kind of furthers her playing with your expectations a little bit. And you're not imagining things. Mole playing rough, role-playing game. nice one. Ah, no level up. I was getting on a power trip with her. Thankfully, that first battle against the mole playing rough. Ooh, great charm. That's a new one. I'll get rid of this travel charm and equip that. It actually raises your defense. I believe it is just a travel charm, but it raises your defense by 1. What am I doing? If that's actually what it does, then it's plain as day that Paula, you need it the most. Take it. Who's the tanky one now, huh? And now it's a new enemy, Mr. Batty and its cohort. Paula, I'm just gonna rest a little bit and let you take care of this. After all, you're a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. They have a regular attack, and they can become friendly and affectionate, causing you to back up. Oh, what? I repeat, what? It's just really fun to say, okay? Teddy Bear is gone. We're gonna use fire. That attacks all enemies in a row. It's okay. It doesn't hit for a lot of damage. It can be nice if you just want to spread some damage around if Ness isn't able to one-shot something on his own. The Mr. Baddies aren't exactly a good situation of it because they like sizing up the situation, confusing themselves, and as a result, often wasting their turns. Paula's level is now 8. Offense went up by 2. Defense went up by 1. Speed went up by 2. Max HP went up by 2. Max P went up by 1. And we got the power of Thunder Alpha. Gaining attacks faster than I can actually go over them. I gotta check something. Ness's homesick. How? Not when I was expecting to have to go over this. The way that homesickness works is that if you have not called your mother, you can start missing home and Ness will not do his intended commands in battle. It is a status ailment exclusive to Ness and it just sort of happens over time. I believe it is related directly to the amount of time that you've been playing. I just called my mom not 5 minutes ago and now he's homesick. We're making a detour. Ness thought about some beef and started craving it. Double meanings. Paula grew to level 9. What are you so sad about, Ness? There's no free phones in Happy Happy Village. I guess that means we're paying the homesickness tax. Hello, Ness. What's wrong? You sound so sad. Are you homesick? Well, I knew there would be days like this. It must make you feel better to listen to your mom's sweet voice. So, do you feel any better? Well, I'd better get going. I'm in the middle of my ironing. Bye. Ness got over being homesick. This is an interesting Achilles heel for a protagonist to have, and it's something that kind of plays with the idea of the fact that we are a lot younger than a lot of other people who might be on journeys to save the world. I like the idea of it. It is a little bit annoying when it comes up, but I do like that Ness has a weakness like that. And on top of that, another good bit of trivia is that in the Japanese version, our mom manages to be even more awesome. When you call her and you're homesick for the first time, she will say, "Do you feel better after hearing your mom's sexy voice?" Right back where we left off in the dungeon. Paula grew to level 10, gaining offense, speed, guts, IQ, HP, and PP. Now, the thing that I was saying about the mole playing rough before I got interrupted by 12 separate topics, all one after another, thankfully that was not a new item so I didn't get interrupted by that too, is that I was very worried about that first battle. I'm thankful that the teddy bear took one for the team, stayed with us for so long, and was just able to take that first hit from the mole playing rough that was probably meant for Paula. When Paula's only level 1 or 2, those mole playing roughs, if they claw with their sharp nails, they hit pretty hard for what they are. For being the weak baddie, well, maybe they're more of the medium baddie, because Mr. Batty is definitely the weak baddie. I didn't even intend for that one. It's just sort of happening. It's like a sick sense of humor of some kind. Sort of happening. It's like a sick... Can Mr. Batty be fought alone? Yes, you can take advantage of that. As you can definitely ascertain from the big baddiness of that sprite, you don't want to mess with the bears too much. They are by far the strongest enemy we have ever come into contact with. They're where a lot of the difficulty lies. If you can skip ahead of them, or you can just off-screen them, I recommend doing so, but for whatever reason, they seem to be one of the most stubborn enemies to off-screening. I'm willing to bet that they have more or less fixed spawn points so that you have to deal with them at least sometimes, because it doesn't matter how many times that I've done this. No matter how much I try to off-screen them, it just doesn't work. And I'm going far away. I've gone a lot less far away against plenty of other enemies and not had to deal with it. There's 2 of them now! I thought I had a good setup. All right, not worth going for the magic butterfly. We're just gonna run right into another bear. Growing up, I was legitimately afraid of bears. Everyone was afraid of monsters in their closet. I was afraid of there being a brown bear in my closet, and I don't know why I was so afraid of it. Maybe I just, like, saw a scary movie that had a bear in it or something like that. It's where a lot of fears come from when you're a kid, and I guess I gotta face my fears head on. The mighty bear. All right. I could try to paralyze you. I could shield Paula. I think that sounds like the smarter option. Paula, you freeze that thing. She outsped the bear, which is kind of nice, considering they're actually pretty fast, both in the game and in the wild. Nest taking 24 damage, I can easily live with that. Do a freeze again. 122. Yes! That was beautiful. 305 experience. Disappointing, considering you get 200 from the multiplying roughs. No. Yes! Okay, good. The battle started before it got over here. I think it's the first time we've seen an enemy not make it over to us in time either. The mighty bears are worth your time to fight if you're going out for all the items that you can find from enemies. They have a 1 in 128 chance of dropping the super plush bear, which is a factually better teddy bear. It just has more health. Get another level. We're just gaining it left and freeze beta. I'm leaving Ness in the dust, man. Miss overpowered attacker. Oh, no. Good. Okay, that's fine. What I was gonna say about those 1 in 128 items is that we've seen a few of them. That is the most rare that an item can possibly be in EarthBound. When I was saying that people who are veteran players like to challenge themselves to get those items, I really mean that. As in, on forums dedicated to this game way back in the day, there was somewhat of a community dedicated to getting every 1 in 128 item that could be dropped by every enemy. This was started by a guy named Jeff Man, a really prominent hacker in the EarthBound community who discovered a lot of things about these games. He took it on, and then a lot of other people chose to follow in his footsteps. Why on earth would we do that? Well, we were really bored waiting over a decade for Mother 3, okay? But even though I've never done this challenge, I feel like it's somewhat of a rite of passage that every fan of EarthBound who sticks with it for decades goes through at some point when they just feel like they've run out of ways to play the game. If you want to go after this challenge yourself, I've been noting every time that an enemy that drops a 1 in 128 item is going to disappear from the world, and it's now time for me to lay a new strategy on you. The mighty bears are brutal, and you don't even get that much experience points for beating them. You can't really put them to sleep. Paralyzing them's not that smart of an idea, like I said. They're tough to deal with. They really are. The optimal strat for enemies that don't disappear from the world and can be fought anytime, thanks to the insta-win, is coming back later when you have enough attack and speed that you can get an insta-win against them and just do that. That is the far smarter way to go about it whenever possible. Unfortunately, a lot of the early game options aren't that way, and it's the harder part of the game, but I guess you could argue that maybe it balances out because then you're going to be higher leveled, and thus the early parts of the game aren't going to be so bad after the sharks? Perhaps. Perhaps not. I'm going to freeze you. We know that 2 freezes, I probably could have, well, I don't know if freeze beta would have beaten him though, so no, it probably is less PP to do it this way. Clawed with its sharp nails. 58 damage to Ness. That should give you an idea of how dangerous these guys are. 121 damage, and you became tame. 305, Ness gains a level. About time he gained a level, so what have you been doing? You need to buck up your ideals. What do I want to do? I got a PSI Caramel. That restores a little bit of PP. Ness, I'm not too worried about. Paula, on the other hand, could use it. How's Paula's HP? Actually, I didn't check that. She's at full health, which is a sad day. Ness is a little bit weak. Giving you that? All right. After coming all this way, Happy Happy Village happened to hold one of our sanctuary locations. You finally got here. This is the second your sanctuary location, but it's mine now. Take it from me, if you dare. With the introduction of Mondo Mole, every enemy in this area has begun with the letter M. I doubt it was intentional, but I'm a geek, so I like to think about it anyway. Mondo Mole is no joke, and in fact, you do not have to fight him right here and now. You are free to go about your business and come back at a later time. If you're doing a 1 in 128 challenge, maybe you want to do that for multiple reasons now. He is exceptionally weak to paralysis, and if you want Paula to get experience in this fight, I recommend on turn 1, definitely doing that. I'm gonna have Paula defend. That will make her take less damage, but also make her HP scroll down a little bit slower. Actually, no. I'm gonna use a croissant on myself as a preemptive move. Actually, no, she's probably gonna outspeed him. I'm saying actually no a lot. Let's stop that. Yeah, okay, good thing I did that. Paralysis Alpha. I just won this fight. He can't hurt me anymore. He only has physical attacks. A wee bit unsatisfying, wouldn't you say? Just auto-winning a fight where it's a little challenging to keep Paula alive through the whole thing. I'm going back in, so I guess that means we're fighting him multiple times. Just so you know, as penance for my punning, I'm actually going into this a second time with fewer resources. Ness is not yet level 21. Paula is the same level as she was the first time. My items are a little bit different. I didn't have to use the PSI caramel, not that I think I will use that. I just thought I'd tell you that things are a little bit different this time, not necessarily for the better. And I'm gonna challenge myself to see if I can get Paula through the end. My reward is that sweet, sweet loot of experience that you get for killing Mondo Mole. Let's do it for real. If you are not allowing yourself to use paralysis, which, again, I do reiterate is kind of cheap, Flash is the way to go. He is susceptible to it, and all of the attacks he can do to you are physical. If you can make him cry, you're gonna reduce his damage output at least a little bit. Paula... you know what? Pray. I'm gonna take a chance. Dazzling Light. Screw Flash! Tore into you. That is very powerful, doing 62 damage to Ness. You can see why I'm a little bit afraid of that. This kind of sucks. I don't think... does healing Alpha get rid of crying? I think it does. I'm gonna try it. And Paula, you have things a little bit weird because even though you just learned Freeze Beta, and that would be a natural first thing to try against him, he resists it. So we're gonna go for Thunder instead, even though this is also bad. Thunder's accuracy is weird. We've seen that it can miss. It didn't there. There is no elemental resistance to it, but the downside... yeah, okay, can't do that. The downside of it is that... sorry, what am I trying to say here? The upside of it is there's no elemental resistances. The downside is that it can miss. It is less likely to miss if there are more enemies on the field. That is what I was trying to say. Didn't get that across very well. And our damage output is going to suck here because he's able to use life up. He's able to restore health very easily. I think, Ness, you're going to be more of the support one because Paula made us cry. How wonderful for her to do that. I could use 2 more Thunders or I could use a Fire. Thunder has low accuracy right now. There's only 1 enemy. We'll try it anyway. It pays off. Do 134 damage. Gonna shield Paula. Ness, you can heal yourself. Wow, this is really funny. Paula is proving her worthfulness tenfold here and just being the one to destroy this guy. Thunder Alpha hits 3 times in a row. Not bad. Good. What now? What now, indeed? What now, indeedly do? Paula's out of PP. I think it's time for a bomb. 55 damage. Not too spectacular, but at least better than what a regular attack would have done. Speaking of which, it looks like we're about out of options. He's just healing over and over again, and we're kind of just waiting for him to smack into... Yep, there's our Tor into you. He has more attacks as well. He's able to use Shield Alpha, making him even more devastating. And as if that wasn't enough options, he can also use Offense Up. Paula should definitely be the healer right now. I gave her items for a reason. Ness just isn't doing much of anything. Paula also goes first. Bread roll on Ness. 35 HP. Getting pretty average right there. Come on, Ness. I need you to get a smash attack. If you could just do that for me right now. Well, I got 10 PP and I ain't healing anymore. We'll try it. Croissant. Maxed out. Tore into you. Roll over him. Come on. Ah, nope. Lucky sandwich? I think that's 240 HP. I think. Whoa, there it is! We pulled it off, but at what cost? A lucky sandwich, that's what. Ness grows to level 21. Speed went up by 1. Vitality up by 1. IQ, HP, and PP. Paula grows to level 12. Good thing you're not doing 1 damage anymore. Speed, guts, not bad. That rocks. PP up by 8. And level 13 as well. You can see why I wanted to keep her alive for that fight. It is somewhat of a challenge, but it's pretty fun. Mondo Mole, I wouldn't say that he himself is that hard, but keeping Paula alive during him is a little bit of a crapshoot if you're just unlucky. Ness briefly had a vision of a baby in a red cap. Ness's soundstone recorded the melody of the Lilliput steps. We both made it here, and we're so much stronger. Next time on EarthBound, we take Paula back to her parents all safe and sound, proving the reality of what we've done. See you guys then.